In this video I'm going to be making a little spreadsheet that analyses some of the assignment results from students in the Year 8 TLC class. As you can see here on the left side of the page, we've got all of our data stuck in a table there, and if we move to the right, we've got some questions here in our little question box. Okay, so I'll zoom in a little bit here so we can see it a bit easier. The first question that we need to complete today says format the table using appropriate colours, borders and fonts. Okay, so let's pop over to our table of data here and start to make it look good. First thing we want to do is get this heading here, the Year 8 TLC assignment results, looking bolder, a bit bigger, and we might centre it across the top of the table here as well. So I'm going to highlight cell B2, which is this little box here. You can see it's in column B and row 2. I'm going to highlight from B2 all the way across to F2. Then we're just going to go at the top and press merge and center, and that joins all the cells together and centers the text across our selection. If you can't see the words merge and center up the top, just look for the little symbol that has the arrows pointing to the outside of the box. Okay, so that makes our title look pretty good. Next row down, we've got some subheadings there that I might make bold. And next thing I might do is highlight all of the text below the heading. Okay, so that's from cell B3 all the way down to F10 here. And we're just going to click this button here. Okay, middle align it. It just puts all the text in the middle of the box, or the middle of the cell. Then I'm going to highlight from assignment 1, which is cell number C3, all the way down to F10. And I'm going to choose center align. Okay, we don't want the names center align, they stay there on the left, but all the assignment results and overall grades just getting pushed over into the center of each cell. So that's looking good. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all of these columns by starting up here on the letter B. So I'll click on the letter B and drag across to C, D, E and F. Then I'm going to right click my mouse somewhere on this green bar, okay, where the letters are. And I'm going to choose column width. We're just going to resize the column widths to, we'll say 15. That should fit them in nicely. Okay, just makes it a bit smaller, so not quite as spread out. We might put some borders in now, so just clicking in the big header box here and just dragging down to the bottom of the table. Look for your little window here, and I'm just going to choose all borders. It's looking nice. The last thing I might do is just put in a splash of colour. Alright, so I might go with green for this one. Dark green at the top, maybe a mid-coloured green. It's there. And then every second row I might just do a even lighter green. Like that. Okay, a little bit hard to see this heading now because we've got dark green background and black text. Okay, so those two colours don't contrast well. So clicking back up here in the header cell, I might just change the colour of the text to white so you can see that a bit clearer. And that's a pretty nicely formatted table, I think. That's made it a lot more easier to read. Okay, so let's go back to our question box here and see what we need to do next. It says for number 2, actually we've done the first one, so I might highlight that and just change its colour to say we've done it. And number 2 says complete the overall grade column using the average formula. So this is our overall grade column here. You can see we've got some empty boxes that we haven't filled out yet. Alright, so what we need to do there is use the average formula to work out the average result from their 3 assignments. Okay, and using the average formula is quite simple to do. So we write an equal sign to begin with. Like always, when we're doing formulas, always start with that equal sign. And we simply write the word average. Then we open up a bracket. Using our mouse, we just highlight the 3 results we want to work the average out from. And then close the bracket. So there's our formula, equals average, and inside brackets C4 to E4. So it looks inside those 3 cells, works out the average. When we press enter, we get the average grade. It looks a bit funny at the moment now, but we're going to fix that up shortly. So let's do the next one. On the next line we write equals average, open up brackets, click and drag from the first grade to the last grade. Close your bracket and press enter. Equals average bracket, and we're just highlighting across and pressing enter. Equals average bracket, highlight the 3 grades, close the bracket and press enter. Equals average, open the brackets, highlight the text, close the bracket. Equals average. You must be getting sick of me saying that now, so I won't say it anymore. Just copy what I'm doing here. In the last box, equals average, open the bracket, highlight the results, close the bracket. Okay, so there we go. We've got our overall grades now. Okay, if you want, you might want to put them into bold text just to make them stand out a little bit. Okay, I might do that. You don't have to, but I think it makes it look a little bit nicer. So we can tick off question 2 now. Now question 3 is going to make these numbers look a little bit better. It says change the formatting of the numeric. It's meant to say numerical. I better change that. So spell it right. Change the formatting of the numerical data to be displayed as a percentage. Okay, so instead of having decimal points here, what we're going to do is change all of these numbers into a percentage. And it's really easy to do. You just go up the top and look for that little percentage symbol. Click it once, and that turns those decimals into percentages, which are a lot easier to read. So now you can see the overall grades all rounded up. Alright, so that's looking good. Question 3 done. Question 4, create a line chart that displays Kim's results from all 3 assignments. Okay, so what we need to do here is just highlight the data we need and then turn it into a chart. Okay, so let's highlight Kim's grades. So we'll start here in cell C5 and highlight across to E5. So we've highlighted her 3 results. Okay, then we're going to hold down Control on our keyboard and highlight from C3 all the way across to E3. I don't think that, there we go, got it that time. Alright, so we've highlighted assignment 1, assignment 2, assignment 3, and we've highlighted 34%, 76%, and 82%. Okay, we've got all the data we need now to make a chart. So let's go up to the Insert tab at the top there in the ribbon, and we're looking for a line chart. Okay, you can see here we've got line charts that look like little lines, and just the first one is fine. Okay, if you want to do one with plots on it, so markers, that might look even better. So here's our chart. I'm just going to bring it down a little bit lower. Now to make this chart look good, we're going to give it a title to begin with. Okay, we'll call it Kim's assignment results. Whoops. There we go. And if you want to change the look of it up the top there, feel free. That's alright. We can add chart elements and go to Access Titles. Put in a primary horizontal one, which goes down the bottom here. Okay, let's write assignment. So we probably don't need one down the bottom. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can put one in if you like, but assignment 1, 2, and 3 is pretty self-explanatory. On the left-hand side here, though, we might add in an access title for the primary vertical. And that is just going to say grade. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. Let's highlight number 4 and tick it off. Now looking at this line chart you've just made, what conclusion could be made about Kim's results? Okay, so you need to analyse this chart. Okay, you can see in assignment 1 it starts down quite low. By assignment 2 it comes up quite a big way, and then assignment 3 even higher than that. So I'm not going to give you the exact answer for that, but hopefully that's cleared it up a little bit for you. Just in this box up here, explain your interpretation of this line chart. What has happened to Kim's assignment results over the 3 assignments? Okay, that's a pretty easy one to work out. Number 6 now. Let's tick off those other ones. Number 6, using the max formula, work out who had the highest overall grade. Okay, so we need to write our formula here and write our answer over there. Okay, so in this box here, we're going to start with an equal sign. And we need to work out who had the highest overall grade. So here's our overall grades here. So let's write the word max, open a bracket, highlight the overall grades. Okay, so that's from cell number F4 all the way down to F10. Just highlighting the numbers. Then you can close bracket and press enter. And we can see the highest overall grade was 75%. So if we look through this list here, we can see there's the 75% and Seth. Okay, got 75%, so he had the highest overall grade. So I want you to write Seth over there in that last box. That ticks off number 6. Number 7. Using the min formula, work out who had the lowest overall grade and write your formula here, write your answer here. So clicking in this grey box, we're just going to write equals min, open up a bracket, and do the same as before, just highlight from F4 down to F10. Close your bracket, there's our formula. It tells us 29% is the minimum number, or the lowest overall grade. So looking down, there's 29% there, and it was Cooper that got the 29%. Okay, question 7's done. Nearly finished. Number 8 says create a column chart that shows the overall grade for each student. Okay, so we need to highlight each student's name, and then we hold down Control and highlight each of their overall grades. Okay, this one's going to be a column chart, so you go to Insert, choose the first option there, it looks like a column chart, and we'll just pick the first one there, it's a column chart. Alright, now you can format that chart using any one of these designs. I might avoid the black ones this time and just pick something else. You can even get ones that tell you the actual totals. That one looks pretty nice actually, so I might roll with that one. So the chart title is what we need to do next. Oops. So give it a title that is meaningful. So overall assignment results. Actually, I'll write grades for 8 TLC. Looks good. Up the top, while this is still selected, we're just going to add in some chart elements. So let's add the primary horizontal axis. And we'll write student. And then up here, add chart element, axis titles, and choose the primary vertical. And on the vertical, we've got the overall grade. Okay, so that's a nice looking column chart now. You can see that it's much easier to read this column chart than it is this table up here. That's the importance of charts. They're really simple just to have a glance at them and you can get an idea of what's going on with the data. So I could look at this and know straight away that Seth and Ethan and Kim are doing really well. They're getting good grades. And then I can see straight away Cooper and Emma need a little bit of work to get their grades up a bit higher. Okay, so that's number 8 all done. Number 9 says format your charts so they look visually appealing and give them titles. Well, we've already done that. Okay, so that's our table done, and that's our charts all done. You can save that up, and I'll see you in the next video.